is God, beautiful King, excellent be thou before your throne. Praise God. Hello, hello, hello. Let me know if you're live. Hello, hello, everybody. Hello, everyone. Anybody? Hi, Temo Beauty. Hello. How are you? Hello, hello, one. Hi. Hello, Instagram. Hello, Facebook. Hello, hello, hello. Hi, everyone. Welcome to today's teaching. Let me know if you're live. Just say hello. You can hear me loud and clear. Say hi. Let me know you're here. Hello. Welcome, everyone. Hi. Okay. Thank you for letting me know, Lydia. Welcome, everyone. So we're just going to go right into it. Let me know if you can hear me loud and clear. Good. Audio is fine. Facebook, YouTube. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining me. Hello, Scarnetta. Thank you for joining I don't know, tonight, this afternoon, wherever you are. Welcome, everyone. We're going to be talking about your past here. Please share the stream so that everybody can join in as well. So can you please help me share this into the hi group? Thank you very much. Let me share it into the Facebook group, Scarnetta. Thank you. Good evening, good afternoon, all over the world, wherever you're watching from. Good to have everyone join in. Thank you for coming. So my name is Olushe Ashiru. My name is Olushe Ashiru. For those who do not know me, hello, Tokpe. Thank you for joining in. For those who don't know me, my name is Olushe, and I am the founder of Moms Achieving Purpose Community and also the lead coach at Moms Achieving Purpose Academy. Thank you, everyone who's been able to join in this live stream. At Moms Achieving Purpose, what do? We equip mothers with the tools, the resources that they require to discover, embrace, and fulfill their God-given purpose. So if you're a mom and you're watching this, you're welcome to our community. We have some resources like our courses focused on helping you, a mom, become better at this parenting thing and to also discover, embrace, and fulfill God's plans and purpose for your life. I'm a certified coach with the John Maxwell team of global coaches. and I have been coaching mothers in general for the past almost 6 years now. And it's been an amazing journey because I believe that mothers are do play a significant role in shaping the society. For everything you do to raise your children well, you are amazing. You are doing a great and a fantastic job. So thank you so much for being part of this broadcast. I see you, Instagram people. I see you live on Facebook. Thank you for joining. So today we're going to be talking about the things that can affect parenting from our past, how the childhood plays a significant role in how you are parenting your children now. I mean, generally, we all remember growing up, you will take your parents' shoes and you just want to try it on. If you're a girl, you probably want to try on your mother's shoes, or a boy on his father's shoes, or a shirt. My daughters are always dressing up in my clothes. I pick up at the house because someone just goes into my closet and just put on the high heels, really like a mommy. But it is important that we remember that we were all brought up in some home, in some form or the other. Whatever kind of home you grew up in, it was a home, right? And as a child, you looked up to your parents, everything for you. They were like your role models, the ones you wanted to be like. So whether consciously or unconsciously, from what you eat to what you wear, to the way you brush your teeth, everything about you has an influence on how you live your life, right? So your parents, how they brought you up, has a great influence on your life. And many of us have, we use our parents' lives, their choices, the way they live their own life as a blueprint for our own lives as well. So whether or not you believe it, your own children are watching you. They are developing their own ideas from how you are modeling life to them. They watch you. They see how you do things. They see how you react to situations. And they're taking a cue from those things that you are doing. All right. So that is why it's important for us to dig deeper into how we were brought up and see what we can do to improve on some of those things. It's not because we are trying to shame our parents, or because we just want to say, oh, they didn't do well. No, that's not the point of this broadcast at all. But for us to take a deep dive into how we're brought up, how our childhood was, and see what we can do to make adjustments, make improvements to parent our own children in the right way. Why are we talking about the past? Whether or not you agree with it, the past, if left unaddressed, will continue to haunt us in the present. It will continue to play a significant role in life, how in the present. So maybe you're already seeing it in your own life. You see traces of the past, and you're like, I never thought I would ever do that. I never thought I would ever behave this way. That is what happens because it's like a subconscious thing. It's somewhere there, lying low, until an event, an occasion triggers you. You're like, oh my God, I never thought I would ever be the one acting this way. It's something that is in you somewhere, right? So, what are some of the things that your children, how do you view life? Your way of thinking, how you react to situations, how you relate to other people. They are watching you, whether you respect other people, how you treat other people, including the ones that are closest to you, your family members, your spouse, they are watching you. They want to see how you treat other people. They are watching how you express emotions, how you control yourself. They're watching. They see whether you lose control all the time. They see how your faith is, how you're expressing your faith. Are you judgmental? Are you compassionate? All those things are the things that our children can actually pick up from us. And even though what happened to us in childhood, we are totally doomed to, to this way of life. It doesn't mean that we can't improve on things. It doesn't mean that we have to repeat some of those mistakes. It doesn't mean that we have to do things exactly the way we were raised. We can choose to go another way if we feel like we don't agree with some of those things. That is totally doable. You can do that, right? It's what happened to you by processing the things that your own children in the appropriate way. Number one thing is, do you find yourself imitating the said, never would I speak this way? But, an expression that you never thought you would acting in those ways, and I just say, you know what you're going to do? Legs up. You ask your parents, what should I, just being sarcastic with my son. Yourself saying things, some of those things that you thought you would never, I could never speak this way. I could never do things like this. Situations, punishment, only yelling, screaming at to justify harmful action, or unable, not unwilling to. I don't really want to act this way, but it's one of those things. The second, reacting. You find yourself overreacting. Maybe because of the way you were raised, you to children to suffer. And so what do? You now go to the extreme where you spoil them, overindulge them, because you feel like I don't want them to suffer like I suffered, right? So that's the extreme where you're overcompensating, you're overreacting to things, or maybe even when in your good intentions, you try to do things differently from the way you were brought up, and you go overboard with it. For example, maybe if your parents were overbearing to you, sometimes you're like, I don't want to be overbearing to my children, and so you go to the extreme of being hands off. You never check on your children. You never see what is going on. You never monitor them, discipline them. You never, correct them. You be like, I don't want to be the overbossy mom, and so you overcompensate. That is also a way that you're reacting to the things that happened to you in the past. Another thing that you find yourself doing sometimes, of the 7 ways we talked about imitating, we've talked about overreacting, now we're talking about projecting. You find yourself sometimes projecting yourself onto your children. The things that you never thought, that you thought were not right. Maybe when you were growing up, you didn't agree with some of those things. And then you just find yourself over, projecting onto the children. For instance, somebody going through a very traumatic childhood, and so you feel like I was not able to achieve these things in my life. I was not able to achieve this goal. And so because of that, you're doing all you can to ensure that your own child is now carrying on your dream. You wanted to be a doctor, you wanted to be a lawyer, you're not able to accomplish those goals. So you're like, oh, my child must become a doctor. And you keep forcing your child into doing things that they did not want to do. That is you reacting to how you were brought up. Maybe your parents maybe didn't allow you to pursue your dream. It was your dream. You wanted to be a dancer. They said, no, dancing is not, we don't agree with that. And they forced you to do something. So you're like, no, my own children must be dancers. And then you force your daughter or your son or whatever, as the case may be, to do something that you were not able to achieve in your own dream. You expect them to pursue your own interest. You expect them to carry on your own dream. You don't see your child as somebody who is unique and distinct in their own way. You just want to, let them meet that need that you think you were not able to meet growing up. The fourth thing is that you will recreate. You want to recreate your early childhood environment, right? You want to recreate it in your life now. You start to, even though it was not a pleasant situation, you just find yourself that is your default setting in your parenting. You find yourself constantly falling back into that setting as a parent. You keep replicating that negative environment in your home, and you're like, I don't know why I keep doing this. I don't know why I find myself in these situations, but I find myself there. You keep recreating that painful experience in your home. Maybe you grew up in a home where constant verbal abuse, constant physical abuse, and then even though you don't do it consciously, you find yourself replicating that same situation, that same scenario in your own home. Maybe you were rejected as a kid, as a child in your home. You find yourself consciously or unconsciously rejecting your own children. You start exhibiting those same characteristics, those same character traits, those same kind of environment you grew up in. You find yourself recreating it in your home. Another thing that may happen is that you may find yourself not, having trouble opening up, being free with your children, not able to nurture them where they should be nurtured. You may have trouble accepting love or giving love to your children. You may have built this defensive wall around yourself because of how you grew up. A lot of times, in a bid to be defensive, to defend yourself from the emotional trauma of maybe childhood or the past or some really painful experience you had in the past, in a bid to defend yourself, you find that you are now you are now too defensive. You build this wall around yourself that is now tough for you to give love or to receive love from your own children because you build that wall around yourself. And that's why it's important for us to, as we are raising our own children, to start to dig deeper into, am I really doing something? Am I triggered by something that happened in my past? Is this defensive wall as a result of something that happened in my past? Do I see myself, doing these things because of what happened in my past? Am I defensive because of this situation? Am I able to give love to my children? Am I able to nurture my children? Am I able to give them what they require, what they need as a parent? Do I feel their emotional tank? Or am I unable to do it because I have suffered some form of emotional trauma and I've built this defensive wall around my heart? Now that I'm an adult, now that I'm parenting my own children, am I allowing those defensive walls to prevent me from living my life the way I should live it? Another thing that happens a lot of times is that oftentimes, like as parents now, something happens in your home and you lose it. You're like, why did I react so strongly? Why am I reacting so strongly to this situation? Maybe your child does certain thing, you're like, that's how my father used to do. I don't want you to grow up like that. And then you're like, why are you screaming? Like, why do you have to overreact to that situation? Because you find yourself getting triggered. You find yourself getting triggered by those situations, by those circumstances that happened in your past. You start acting out maybe the way your parents acted to you. If you see that trait in your child, or you see that maybe it was not even your parents that did something to you in the past. Maybe somebody else did something to you in the past. And because you see a similar trait in your child, you overreact. You're like, no, because you get triggered by those things. And if we're not conscious, if we're not careful, we find ourselves terrifying our children. We find ourselves, chasing our children away. Our actions, our children are wondering, why does she get triggered by this little thing? So if you find yourself getting triggered often because of something that you see, a lot of us, maybe some of us went through some abusive situations in the past, in childhood. So something happens in your home, an innocent an innocent person walks in and you're like, no, and you overreact because that situation triggered something, a memory in you of something that happened in your past. So if you find yourself often getting triggered by things that should not trigger you, it's a sign that you have not healed from some emotional wounds of the past that are going to definitely affect your parenting, because your children will keep thinking they've done something wrong. That is why you're reacting the way you're reacting. They won't get it. They won't understand that it's you, it's not them. And children sense things that are going on. They'll be like, maybe I did something wrong to mommy. They won't understand why it is happening that way. They won't know what is going on. They're just wondering, why is mommy angry at me? Why is mommy reacting this way? Why is she upset? Right? They will not know that it is not you. It's not them, it's you. You are the one who doesn't know how to control your emotions because you're getting triggered by something, some painful situation that happened to you in the past. Sometimes, it's not your fault. It could be a smell, it could be a sound. Something just triggers your that emotion within you, and you just cannot blame them because They don't know how to relate with you, and you're going to keep driving them away if you continue to act in that way. So we're talking about 7 ways your past is affecting your parenting. And the next thing, that was the sixth one, getting triggered, right? The last one I'm going to be sharing with you is listening to that voice that is in your subconscious. A lot of us grew up in environments where we were told not once, not twice, several times over and over again that you are not good enough, you can't do this, you never amount to anything, you can't handle this. That critical inner voice that keeps telling you you are not good enough, you can't do this. Maybe the voice you heard over and over and over and over again when you were growing up, maybe a parent picked on you a lot, maybe they were very critical, maybe they were perfectionists, they wanted you to do things a certain way. And because of that, you keep thinking, I'm not good enough. I can't do this. I can't handle this. And because of that situation, you find that there's always a critical inner voice telling you that you're not good enough. Layers and layers and layers of years and years of being told that you will not amount to anything keep showing up in your life right now. It starts to tell you you can't do this. You cannot do this. You cannot handle situations. You are useless. You are lazy. All those things start to form a voice in your head right now as a parent. And if you're not careful, you find these critical inner voices keep showing up in your life, and you keep projecting the same things onto your own children. And that is why it's important for us to deal with these things. And I've told you the 7 ways that your past affecting your parenting. What will you do about them? Right? What are you going to do about them? The beautiful thing about it is that there is hope. It's not like a if, oh, because it happened to me and now I'm doomed. This can never change. I can never get better just because it happened in the past. There's no way you can get help if you feel that you're really affected by a lot of these things that have happened to you. And one of the things that we address on the intentional parenting course is that we dig deeper into our past, look at how it's affecting our parenting, and then take measures to find ourselves doing something about those things. I'm triggered. I'm projecting onto my children. I'm overreacting to situations around them. What can I do to change these things? We are going to be addressing some of these things on the intentional parenting online course. So for everyone you've never heard about it before, Moms Achieving Purpose Academy, we have a course we are launching in the next month. Enrollment is on now. Intentional parenting course, and that course is a 6-week coaching program that will help you to dig deeper into why you act the way you act, why you parent the way you parent. It will equip you with the tools that are necessary for you to parent your own child based on your personality, based on your child's personality and temperament, help you to develop a blueprint for your own children, for your own family, help teach you the ways that you can parent your own child in the way that they should go. Every family is different. Every child is different. We cannot all do things the same way. We cannot parent one child the same way you parent another child. It is not possible because God created us to be different. God created us to be able to handle situations, in different ways. And when we understand how it works, then it will be easy for us to make those amendments in our own parenting journey. So if you're listening to me now and you need help with your parenting, you know that you need support, you've been a little confused, you don't know what to do, see some of these things that I've mentioned in your own displaying in your own life, in your own situations, and you just don't know how to handle them, you can sign up for the course, because right now we have the early bird registration, meaning you're paying less than you would normally pay if you sign up between now and June 1st. And the reason I'm encouraging you to sign on now is because it gives you an opportunity to be able to be equipped with the tools that you need to parent your children. A lot of us, pay for things that are not even as raising our children, right? We invest our time, we invest our resources in other things that are not as important as our children. So if you're listening to me right now, you're watching this, and you know that you need this intentional parenting course because you don't know how to navigate your own affairs, for your children, right? You don't know how to handle them. You have some certain things that you know that are still occurring and reoccurring in your life, in your parenting, and you know that you need support for it all. I want you to click the link in bio of Mom Achieving Purpose. If you're on Instagram, you're watching this, check the bio. If you're on YouTube watching this, you'll see the link there. Also, if you're watching on Facebook, you'll see the link that you can use to join intentional parenting course. You can sign up for the course /intentional parenting course. If you're on Facebook, you can see the link showing right there. If you're on Instagram, just check the link in bio. It will give you the link that you need to sign up for the course. Like I said earlier, it's early bird time for less, or you save some money when you sign up now before June 1st. All right, everyone, thank you for watching. If you have any questions, please drop them in the comments and I'll be able to tackle them before I go. So drop your comments for me, drop your comments, drop your questions, and then I can tackle them before I log out of the live stream. All right, I'm expecting your question for me and I'll answer them. Right. Hello, Pastor Banker. Hello, ma'am. Hello, Idara. I see you. Fancy H Kiddies. Muropsi, Omosefe. I see you, Basi. I see you, Oluwashayo. Portable 54. Tokwe. I see you. Temo Beauty. I see you. Thank you for joining in, everyone. Thank you. Thank you. Anybody has any questions so I can handle them before I go? Facebook. Hello, everyone. It's not so clear. Cracking up a bit. You missed the time. Excited about this course. I know, timely and relevant for now. I know. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. Moving forward, yes. Outstanding. Thank you. Thank you so much. So if you have any questions before I go, before I round up this session, you can very briefly. I should run down the 7 ways I mentioned. Okay. I'm going to start from, okay, so just a second. Let me check this Facebook also, so that I can, okay. So the 7 things that I mentioned, first of all, I talked about imitating what happened in your past. You find yourself imitating. Another thing that will happen is that you find yourself overreacting to situations. You find yourself getting triggered by situations. You find yourself projecting the past onto your children, either by maybe you now say, this happened in my past, I don't want my children to suffer, so because of that you leave them, you don't even take care of them, you don't even care, you don't want to be over bosses, so you leave them recreating the past in your family. I talked about being defensive. You could get defensive because something that happened to you in your childhood. I talked about getting triggered. I talked about listening to the critical inner voice. So listen to the critical inner voice. Getting through the past, overreacting, and imitating. Those are the 7 things that I mentioned that have a way of, it just creeps up in your parenting, and you see yourself acting the way that you do not want to act. So like I was saying, if you want to sign up for the course, the link is in bio, and I will look forward to having everyone join. We already have a few ladies who have joined us, and I'm excited about those who have decided to invest in their children, at this time. Okay, so another, what's the difference? Okay, being kind of strict, what's the balance? Balance between two, what's the second thing? Being kind of strict and being kind of what? Let me know what the second thing is so I can explain. I can answer the question. All right? That's still very playful. Like we always say, every child is different. If your child is playful, it's not a bad thing to be playful, right? It's actually a good thing for your child to be playful. I think what you have to now understand, or you have to, how is my own child wired? How is my child wired? What is my own child's personality? What are the things that make my child tick? If a child is very playful, maybe that child loves learning through play. She doesn't listen. How old is this child? Please, I want to know. All right, just so I can have a context, right? So this child, you have to find out, how does my child learn? Does my child like to learn through play? Does my child like to learn through doing things? So you have to understand your own child. And it's important. Five is young, actually, to label that just on 5. So I don't want you to label your child as doesn't listen. So what I want you to do is, if you want to pass across an information to your child, get your child to be on your level, eye level, and repeat what you have said, and explain to your child that when mommy speaks, it is because mommy expects a response, right? When mommy speaks, mommy respond to her. Mommy expects you to listen and obey. Lay down that rule for your child. Let them know what to expect, so that when mommy says that it is time to clean up, we agreed that when mommy says this, we have to obey. And then if your child doesn't say, if you do it again, it will be the consequence. Maybe you give it, you can start with the small consequence. Maybe if you do this, I will not allow you to watch TV for 1 hour. Your child does that. The next time your child does the exact same thing, you remind your child, we already agreed that if you do this again, it's what I'm going to do. And when that time comes, I know sometimes as parents, as mothers especially, we could be saying, maybe I shouldn't really punish. Maybe I shouldn't really discipline. Maybe I shouldn't really do this thing. We have to follow through. So if you already agreed with your child, the consequence for not obeying immediately is no TV time. You have to be willing to follow up consistently with that consequence, right? So there's no going back. You have to follow through. So when the time comes, you can't follow through because the consequence didn't just make sense. Like it was too much for that action, right? So you have to think through your consequence. How will I handle my child? How to talk? If you do not listen, this is what will happen. And then when that comes, be willing to follow through consistently with your punishment. Oh, sorry, with your discipline, not punishment, right? With your discipline. Because children are watching us. They keep testing our boundaries. If mommy says no TV time, and then next time she does it, mommy says no TV time, but if I just go and watch TV, I'm tired. I just, your life too much. Child, don't stress me, So you have to be willing to, it's not children, like it takes a lot of energy, a lot of effort, a lot of constant consciousness, and being intentional, right? Follow through with your consequence, even when it is not convenient for you. If you tell your child that if I go take you to the store and you throw a tantrum, we will leave the store. If you have to leave the store, take your child into the car, it's not convenient for you, but you have to follow through because your child has to understand that mommy means business. And if you keep doing that, after some time, your child knows that mommy means business. She will start to obey and listen when you speak, right? It's just the way children learn. They learn by repetition. So you can't expect them to pick up something when they have not really experienced it. I hope so. All right. Anybody else has any questions? Yes, the video is available on YouTube. Once we're done, you find the replay on the comment section. Or when does coaching start? Coaching starts June 22nd. June 22nd up till July 27th. That's 6 weeks. Yes, so that's when we're going to start. But enrollment will end on June 8th. Early bird ends on June 1st. So if you want to sign up, it's a good time to sign up. And I also like to keep my classes small, my coaching small, so that I can have enough time to be able to handle everyone. So I don't usually like to have too many people in a coaching session. Not just a course, right? It's not just a course, it's a coaching time. And I need to be able to attend to everyone as much as I can. So I try to keep it small. So if you want to register now, is a good time to register before we are full, and all that. So if there's no other question, I will be saying bye-bye to everyone. Please, thank you, Facebook. Thank you, Instagram. Thank you, YouTube, for coming up here to support, to join in, for listening. Yes, you can catch the replay. It's all going to be there. June 8th. Okay, yes. I'll wait for you, my dear. All righty, Dara. Okay, everyone. Yes, past trauma and now the pandemic. The parenting course address how to overcome, stop the cycle of trauma scars. Well, it's a coaching program. It doesn't really give you answers. What it does you to identify what the challenges are so that you know what to do about it. So while I'm not a trauma coach or a mental health coach, what I do have is that I have a network of people that are in my circle so that if anybody has gone through some trauma in the past and we need to deal with that, I have on board two of mental health wellness coaches and that can help us go through those situations and help us find a way forward. So there's anybody who's gone through trauma and they come on the course and it's deeply affecting them, we have our coaches on board who would help us deal with those situations. I hope I was able to answer that question. Thank you, everyone. I will say bye-bye now. Take care. If you have any other questions, please send me a DM. Send a personal message. I'll be more than willing to answer your questions. It's been a lovely time here with everyone. Thank you. Thank you for joining. Thank you, Dara. Thank you also. Thank you, Staneta. Thank you, Adeze. Thank you, Stanike. Thank you, everyone who joined. Thank you, Anna. Thank you, Yewande Coker. Thank you, everyone on Facebook as well. I really appreciate you for coming up. On YouTube also, thank you, everyone who joined in. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.